All right, welcome to the Let It Fly show, courtesy, of course, of Omaha Steaks since 1917. Proud local company providing steaks to iconic restaurants across the country, mainly here in Omaha. And very soon, coming up Memorial Day, Let It Fly Bar. We'll be having him as well because it's going to be a great place to eat, of course, in the Capital District. I am Michael Severe. I'm joined by former Creighton Blue Jay, Josh Jones. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good, man.
Our jinx worked again.
Yeah, I know, right?
We did another show. Creighton lost again.
Right. Every time we talk about Creighton.
I know. It doesn't make a lot of sense. We're taping live here at Hail Varsity Club. We're doing it the night before the Outland Trophy ceremony, which is going to be happening at the downtown Hilton. There's still tickets, by the way. If you're listening to this live, there's still tickets available that you can get and go down there, and it's going to be a heck of a show.
It's going to be fun.
Because not only do you get a chance to hear, and we'll hear from the Outland Trophy winner and Rimington Trophy winner in just a second, but you'll also get to see and you'll have both the Nebraska awards they give out every year, which is pretty awesome, and you have the Legend Award.
Yeah.
And so Barry Alvarez is the Legend Award.
I thought you was getting one.
I'll get no awards,
You're
man.
a legend, bro.
I'm 53 and limping through life. That's what I'm doing. We're joined by, as I mentioned, the Outland Trophy Award winner and Remington Trophy Award winner. Only happened once in the same year before.
Crazy.
I know. Oluwatimi joining us here on the Let It Fly show. I skipped out on the first name. I whisked out, man.
You just tried to rush through it.
I tried to rush through it.
You can say it.
The last name was perfect.
Yeah. And the first name is the one I wanted to get because you mentioned that it was harder when you were in the press conference.
Yep.
And I kept messing it up with you, so I chickened out. Let me try it. Olusegun?
The last part was good.
Olusegun.
Yep, perfect.
Hey, how many people call you Timmy?
So a couple people, just because it's catchy. Just
No doubt,
They just call him that once.
People that like
look at the
like they know you.
man.
Facts.
You obviously were a part of the college ball playoff, which is an amazing thing to be a part of. But you guys obviously lost. Can you kind of rationalize a really successful season with falling short of your goals? How do you kind of rationalize that?
I mean, honestly, we thought we were the better team, so all the stuff that we did prior to the game, it mattered. But when you lose to a team that you feel like you should have, that you probably you line it up 10 times, and you probably feel like all 10 times you'd win, and just that one day we just didn't play right. It hurt, and I internalized it by just damn, we let that one slip.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Yeah, I mean, the country felt that when we just watched yesterday's game, too. So
I guess that was on us.
Yeah, bro. So,
thank you for that.
So we're going to talk about it then, man.
Yeah.
I mean, and the way I got it written down here is fourth quarter, 51-45 with 35 seconds left in the game.
Yeah.
Come on, man. The place is rocking so loud, bro, you can hear it through the TV.
Yeah.
What happened on the snap?
Man, so the play previous, I was late with the snap. I was like, man, I can't let this happen again.
Yeah.
Because I think it was like 4th and 10. And I thought I heard our cadence, and I didn't. That place was rocking.
Man, I'm telling you.
And honestly, that was just all on me.
Yeah.
It was all on me.
I respect.
Yeah.
Yeah. No doubt.
But at the same time, early in the game, as physical as you guys were all season, you came up with some stuff that necessarily wasn't downhill.
Mm-hmm.
Frustrating as an offensive lineman to know that you probably could have ran it right at him opposed to trying to do a Philly special or something like that?
I mean, at the end of the day, like, our coaches got us to, 13-0.
Yep.
And, we believe in them. They believe in us, and they're the best in the country. So, I mean, I'm not going to second guess something just because it didn't work.
Right.
We practiced it all, bowl prep. We had multiple weeks to iron things out, and we thought we had the right look. But, I mean, it just didn't go as planned.
Scoring in the red zone, man.
Yeah.
The number one difference between winning and losing.
Yep.
Especially if it's 4 or 3 or if it's none, which is what you guys had. That's tough.
Right. What do you think about, like, I mean, we kind of wrapped, off air about, like, your career coming to the end on a collegiate level. Like, what type of nostalgia do you think you'll have about that locker room? I mean, even though y'all came up short, like, with the group of guys you got, the coaches that you had, like, what's the biggest thing that you'll miss about that?
I mean, just the bond and the grind. We're in the facility every day, long hours, and I mean, we the bond that we created, like, we genuinely love each other, and this is not going to be recreated at the pro level for me,
for sure.
Just because how many people are in and out
of
locker rooms, and then at the end of the day, it was a magical season, magical run we had, and we're going to be remembered as one of the better teams, and in Michigan history. So, we're all going to come back one day and break bread, laugh and joke around like we do in the locker room.
They're going to talk about that snap too.
Yeah. Yeah. As soon as the game over, they joking about it.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah.
So you have a pretty amazing story. You look at you now and you're this multi-time award winner playing at Michigan. But when it started off, what was your recruiting like when you're coming out of high school? Who was looking at you? Who was offering you?
It was really just the service academies and then Ivy League schools.
So what'd you weigh coming out of high school?
I was probably like 280. So it was not like I was
same height. Oh, you're now?
Yeah, probably an inch shorter.
Okay.
So like I was probably like 6'2", 280. So nothing terrible.
Yeah.
But I thought I had the size to garner the schools that I thought I should get. And at the end of the day, it didn't work. It didn't work out back then. So it worked out now.
So you went to Air Force for the year.
Yep.
And then you realized that wasn't it?
Nah, I didn't enjoy my time at all.
5:30, boy.
Yeah, it was bad.
It's like 4.
It was a whole culture shock just being at the academy. And man, I was on the phone with my mom like every day,
no
like,
doubt.
Mom, it's terrible.
Yeah.
And she was like, and she would cry just because I was all the way across the country and like she felt my pain. And then I talked to my older brother and he was like, bro, like if you don't like it, bro, change your situation.
Yeah,
that's he kind of gave me like the blessing to kind of change my situation.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
it's 6 of y'all, right?
All 6, yeah.
So
6.
which one is playing at Maryland?
He played.
Yeah,
he played. He's a year older than me.
Okay, yeah.
And his last season was in was in 19.
Oh, okay.
Season 4 COVID.
Yeah, so just talking to him about it, like you knew you wanted to still play, but you like had to get up out of there.
Yeah,
then you went to Virginia.
Yep.
Or whatever.
And you walked on there.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's why it's crazy to have a first ever, like where you at now versus where you come from.
Yeah.
It gotta you gotta get that up to something, man. Like what's your faith in this situation?
And I believe in God above all. And his grace is sufficient, and I know he got me in all walks and in every decision I make, whether I know my path, I deviate from his plan for me, but he's always going to get me back to where I need to be.
Yeah, kind of like walking in purpose.
Yep.
So once you came back, so you was at Virginia and you did all your years at Virginia.
Yep. Graduated.
You graduated. Like you could have played there again.
Yeah.
Why'd you transfer to Michigan?
Man, I thought I did all that I could at Virginia, and I actually wanted to go to the NFL at the conclusion of last season. But the draft grades I was getting, I was like, man, I got another year. Let me come back and really improve. And I got the feedback from the league on like what they think I couldn't do, and I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna come back and show you that I can do that. And I felt that Michigan would provided me with that opportunity to do all that and also stay at a great institution. And then compete for a conference championship and compete for a national championship. And we did just that. I mean, my goal when I committed to Michigan was to win a natty. And we fell short. But y'all
played like it though.
Yeah.
Y'all played like it for sure.
I couldn't have made a better decision.
Right.
What I admire about all you guys that play at that level is your focus. You're going through that season. Your father's ill, right? He's gonna have brain surgery.
He had brain surgery.
That was during the season.
Yep.
And then, of course, what happened at Virginia to your former teammates, that had to be hard to then turn around and just focus to go play a game, knowing what happened with your boys and obviously what's happened with your dad.
Yeah, man, that was a rough week, man. Like a rough 10-day stretch. Just like hearing my dad was gonna have surgery, and then like 3 days later, what happened in Charlottesville, Virginia. So that was just like a long weekend. That was the weekend we played Nebraska, and then obviously moving along into playing Illinois.
Yeah.
And just kind of from all the trauma and all the tears and the phone calls and just hurting for the parents of my former teammates, because we knew like we at the family tailgate, just vibing, drinking, having
just
fun.
kicking it, just being boys,
and then knowing that like their parents are just gonna be grieving for the rest of their life just because anytime they think about their their little boy, like he's no longer. So it hurts, and it's better now just with time.
Yeah.
But that week was crazy. It was
from a mental health perspective, I feel like in 2023, like mental health is a safe thing to talk about.
Yeah, we talk about it now.
Yeah. Like, so from a mental health perspective for you, like at the height and level that you play at, like what type of things do you do to cope with the trauma from that situation, or just any traumas that you go through yourself personally to be a top athlete?
For sure, you reach out to your support system, the people that kind of like help you stay sane, you know, on a day-to-day basis. And you know, our team chaplain at Michigan, you know, I reached out to him, and you know, we was talking a lot. But I mean, it was just an overwhelming support from the building, from everybody in the building at Michigan. Like Coach Harbaugh called me on Monday morning, and you know, he was just, you know, trying to make sense of everything, and he was saying like, you know, I'm here for whatever you need. And then like everywhere I look, you know, people were just asking me how I was doing. And then obviously, you know, I got my family. They,
Yeah,
you know,
for sure. Y'all tight.
Yeah, they always going to be my ride or die.
Right.
So you know, the support was overwhelming, and like my dad, like I was confident that he was going to be good. Just, you know, he's a soldier. He struggled a little bit with health. It's crazy because he's a healthy individual.
Yeah.
Like, you know, when you look at him and the way he lives his life, but he just kind of had a bad run, certain freakish things, but you know, he's overcame all of them. So like, you know, I had faith that he was going to do what he do, make a full recovery, and he's made a full recovery and just went back to work last week. So
oh, that's what's up.
Yeah. So
as a football player, and you're talking about your faith, you watch what happened with Damar Hamlin and the amount of people praying for him and the donating to his charity.
Yeah.
How does that make you feel as kind of a member of that brotherhood as a football player?
Man, football and tragedy in sports, or tragedy in America, you know, that's when you really see everybody, you know, band together and rally.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful. I just wish that it was like that all the time.
Yeah.
But you know, just seeing it like when tragedy strikes, you know, you just really see like what people are like at their best. And you know, Damar, you know, he's got discharged from the hospital, and you know, something that happened to him was very freakish, and you know, it's good that he has life, because you know, he you know, he can live life, you know, whatever that looks like from
whether it's playing football or not.
Yeah,
no doubt.
So.
Yeah. On a lighter note, though, I seen you trying to get the degree in social work.
Yeah.
Like a master's at that. Like, whether you play football forever or not, I know your mama wants you to do something with your degree, bro. Kind of talk about the master's in social work. How'd you get down that path, and what you plan on doing with it someday?
Yeah, so I mean, just coming to Michigan, I didn't really know what I wanted to do. I did econ undergrad, and then like pairing that with social work. When you know, the academic coordinator started talking to me about the social work program, it just made sense, because like with econ, you know, you get the government, the economy, the money side, and then social work, you know, really dive into people, their feelings, you know, and checking on them, doing your check-ins, like you talk about with you know, with your OGs and things of that nature. And then just since I've been in this master's social work program, like my view of what social work was before to what it is now, like social work is so vast. There's so many people that are considered social workers, and I didn't know that until I got in the social work program. So I mean, it offers a lot, and you know, Michigan is the #1 social work program. So whenever I could finish that degree, it would definitely pay dividends to me.
Man. You could even get a PhD, man. Do that.
Hey, you can do. You
can do it. You can do that. So we mentioned Outland Trophy, Rimington Award. Joe Moore's bigger though, right? Because I mean, that's for all you guys,
right? That's the whole squad. And at the end of the day, like, you know, Outland and Rimington, like those guys know that like. They know that I wouldn't have been able to do that without them. Like, you know, I tell them those things, and you know, I'm a humble guy. Like, I'm gonna always put praise to where praise is due, and those guys make me look better than I am.
Yeah.
So what are you hearing draft wise? Have you heard anything? In terms of where they look at you?
Right now, I mean, it's really day 2. That's what I'm hearing.
Second or third round.
Yeah, second or third round. And I mean, I got a Senior Bowl invite. I got a combine invite. So, you know, I still got time to level that up, and that's my plan. You know, just to continue being the player I am, and you know, grow and show these scouts that, you know, I could do everything that they require me from the center position.
Yeah. Who are some of your like heroes growing up, and who is somebody right now at the pro level that you kind of see yourself modeling your game after or inspired by?
Yeah. So growing up, I would say Pouncey, Marquise Pouncey.
Yeah.
Shoot, the Pouncey twins, they did it at a high level for over a decade in the NFL. Jason Kelsey right now, man, that man's just a freak, like a freak athlete. So we're similar size. I would definitely say he got me on the athletic. He started as a running back. Now I'm not gonna sit here and say I got all the juice he got, but
no doubt.
He as far as size, you know, very similar.
Get on YouTube and look up Dwight Stevenson.
Dwight Stevenson.
Look up. We play for the Dolphins.
Okay.
about the same height as you.
Yeah.
A guy who, there was a stigma for a long time that African Americans couldn't play center, and he destroyed that.
Yeah.
Right. So, I mean, if you ever get a chance on YouTube,
for sure.
watch him and watch his quickness, his footwork. Oh, just one of the best. He got injured in his career, so it shortened his career, but incredible.
Yeah,
I think you'll see a little bit of yourself in him
for sure. But those are just a couple guys that they're doing it at the top, and you always try to see what the best dudes at your position doing, and then try to break through and pass them. So that's just kind of how I go about it.
We appreciate. I know you got a lot of places to be.
Hold you, fam.
I know you're going to Cassio's. You're gonna get yourself an Omaha steak.
You're gonna eat good.
I'm telling you, the Moscacholi. You got to get some of the Moscacholi. You got to get all the people laugh because they've been there.
But I'm gonna try to get it as an extra, or
it comes with it, man.
Okay,
it comes with it.
Quit acting like you don't eat 3 steaks.
They're gonna feed you
They're gonna get me right.
They feed you so much there. When you walk away, like I got 2 plates walking away. So you'll be fine. Yeah, man. We really appreciate it. Congratulations on everything. And good luck in the future. We really appreciate it. And when 20 years from now, when somebody say, "Where you went to college?" What are you gonna say?
I'm gonna say, "Go Blue."
My man,
Oluwatimi joining us here. We appreciate it, man. Thank you very much. We appreciate that. Again, Outland Trophy is presented tomorrow. We're taping tonight, downtown Hilton Hotel. Tom Osborne Legacy Award, as I mentioned, Barry Alvarez will get that as well. And then also Husker Senior Awards will be given out, which is always cool. And the Tom Novak gets given out, and the Tom Novak family always tries to get the person who won the award drunk.
Oh man,
my boy Joe Gans got the award, and Joe's like, I gotta make a speech.
Yeah, right.
They're like, it's not good at all. So you guys go. We appreciate it, man. Thank you very much. You have a great night as well. So let's look back at last night real quick before we get to our next guest. So, and this is how I am. Like, I get all set up. I'm excited for a game. I'm making sure I'm home. I get food. I made burgers. I made fries. Get everything, and the game starts, and I'm like, oh, damn, this is over.
Man, look, bro.
It's the worst feeling, man.
I'm going to say something that I felt like I would never, ever say.
Okay.
I ain't even watched the game.
You didn't watch the game?
I seen it 7-0.
Now, was it for you?
Yeah, it was like it was a landslide.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And to be honest, like, to me, like, and this ain't no shade to TCU.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I just kind of feel like if we were already in that extended playoff thing, man, we have an opportunity to see like USC, Alabama, Penn State, Ohio
Give me some
State.
Tulane in there, man. You never know.
And you can't. And Alabama's problem is they can't blame nobody but Alabama
themselves.
Because they lost twice.
Yep.
And then this Georgia team, they really like that. They beat LSU.
They handled us. LSU made it close late, got it within 20, but that was a dominant performance.
No, exactly. I mean, it's kudos to Georgia because Georgia is like that. You know,
one of your biggest matches. So obviously 65-7 is ridiculous. Bama beat Notre Dame 42-14 in 2013 and let up. Nebraska beat Florida 62-24 and never let up. And USC beat Oklahoma 55-19 in 2004. Didn't really let up. Do you feel that Georgia should have called off the dogs?
No.
The DAWGSs, they should have called off the dogs?
The reason why I say no is for the simple fact that you got to make a statement. Whenever you're doing a back-to-back run, you got to show why you are.
Yeah.
And, you know, and this is an opportunity. A dynasty starts with winning too.
Oh, yeah.
Why not keep it running?
Yep. And you can even put the fact that they were close to beating Alabama that last time in the SEC championship game. So they already kind of started a mini dynasty, then went in 2 in a row. Real quick about Stetson Bennett. All 4 college football playoff games he's played in, MVP.
God.
All right? Back-to-back titles, obviously. 6 touchdowns. That tied Joe Burrow for the most being accounted for.
Yep.
And UGA lost 12 starters.
Man.
And turned around and looked better than they did last year.
Man, that's coaching. They got to be coaching.
It is.
They got to be coaching.
Kirby Smart not calling off the dogs. Miami led Nebraska in 02-01 season.
Ken Dorsey?
34-0. And they shut it down and ended up beating Nebraska 37-14. They could have done that last night, but you say you shouldn't.
Nah, man.
Just take it out.
It's sports.
All right, okay, cool. Joining us next on Let It Fly Show, Creighton's leading rebounder this season, guard forward, Morgan Maly joining us here. How you doing? Are you a swing woman? Is that how you phrase that?
I'm versatile.
You're versatile?
Yeah, it sounds better. I understand.
I like that. How are things going for you guys?
Good right now. You know, a little bit of a rough patch, not gonna lie, but
that was the toughest schedule I think anybody in college basketball played over 3 games.
Honestly, but you know, challenges like that are great to learn about yourself. And we had a nice bounce back win. Sunday night.
Sunday, yeah.
And looking to do the same thing tomorrow.
Yeah.
Nice.
What's from your perspective when you go into it's like it's kind of an optimistic situation because like you guys are good on the road. You know, you're doing your thing on the road. You know, you splitting at the home games, but like you go to the tournament last year. You know, like I don't get caught up in all that stuff now because I think about what you guys have already proven. How do you navigate with like the confidence of like we know like when it's winning time, we're gonna do what we got to do versus like not trying to think about what you have already done from last year. Is that hard to do?
It has been, honestly. I think when our program sees the success that we just had and like those steps that we just made this past season, it's like a weight and pressure that we haven't really experienced, honestly. But we've learned that, especially this season, everyone's coming for our throats. In the conference and outside of it. But it's just staying true to who you are and day by day.
Right.
Coach Flam must love her because your voice is gone, which means you're talking on the court. He loves when you guys talk on the court. So I hear your voice. I'm like, she's doing what she's supposed to be doing. Talk about your preparation for when you're a six woman, right? In which you're Big East player of the year for six woman of the year. What's the preparation like for that and then becoming a starter? Was it any difference?
No.
Really?
I approached the game the same way. I know that, what Flan and the coaching staff expects from me is to come in and be a spark. And whether that's at the 6-minute mark of the game or at 10, you step in and you just play the game.
Right. Yeah, for me, when I played for Coach Mack, I kind of like being the 6th man. I mean, first of all, like it was negotiated for me to play that role, but I got a thrill off of being able to be Superman. I felt like I could come in.
Everybody's kind of tired.
Man, hey, look, people used to see me walk to that bench, and they used to get up and get hyped.
Oh yeah.
And so I think I thrived off of that. But like, it is kind of cool getting your name called. Yeah. I mean, we obviously want to win. But like I like your thoughts about it because I can tell that regardless if you're the 6th person off the bench or a starter, your role is the same. Your team really like that. Your team, you're an intricate piece to your team. I mean, the simple fact that like I mean you're I think what you're having like 16 and a half or something like that. Like I mean I've watched. And like what I think I appreciate about you the most is how humble you are and how hard you play. Like that says a lot, because you're willing to do whatever it takes for your team to win. So I kudos to that. You just got to keep it up.
I appreciate it. Yeah. Just looking to make any type of plays. I think coming into college, I expected I was going to get on the floor because of my offense.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You kind of get slapped in the face a little bit. That you got to be solid on defense. And I think I've developed mentally that I can do that.
Right. But you're a junior now. And speaking of junior year, let's kind of go back to when you committed as a junior. Okay. You were at Crete. Tell me this, are there like and this is no knock to Crete, but are there like Crete days or anything like that? Like what do you what's the
celebration?
Yeah, what do we do? What do we do? We go to Crete right now. What are we doing out there? Is
there a Crete day?
That's why you're so good at basketball.
You guys celebrate? Like Wayne has chicken days, right? Papillion has Papillion days. Is there nothing?
We go to the town next door for check days.
That's all right.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know.
What town is that?
Wilbur.
That's Dana Altman's hometown. I've actually been to check days before.
Yeah.
So you scored 10 against Marquette. And you guys win. You scored 30 against Providence and you lost. I know it's all about winning. Feels good to score 30 though, right?
It did.
Yeah.
That was a milestone for sure. I hadn't reached that point yet in my career, but it would have been fun if I had, a little bit more reason to celebrate.
Yeah, for sure.
But
what about your teammates though? Like kind of talk about like what do your teammates mean to you and like just the bond. I've seen you guys. I host the Creighton games, and you guys were recognized on the floor before. But I kind of watch in the stand, see how you guys are a tight knit group. Kind of talk about what your teammates mean to you and like how does that help you go and be the player that you are right now?
My teammates are my best friends, no doubt. I cannot get away from them. I live with 3 of them. But I think just as a collective unit, we have so much love for each other, and there's no drama ever, which makes it so much easier to mesh well on the court.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So you lettered in basketball, softball, and track,
Yes.
right? Was basketball your favorite sport growing up, or did you end up becoming your favorite sport because that's what you go to college for?
I really loved softball at the beginning, and then, but I'm still doing everything.
Sure.
But I think I like had my heart set in like 7th or 8th grade where I was like, I could be really special at basketball.
Did you always want to be a Blue Jay?
No,
It's okay.
No.
I mean, you're a junior now.
Did you know where Creighton was in 7th or 8th grade?
honestly, not really.
Because once you get kind of to Lincoln,
It's just all red.
It's all red.
It's all red that
right.
side.
yeah.
I didn't have a dream school throughout the process, and I just kept my head down. I was just like letting things fall where they fall.
Yeah. What was it about Coach Flan, Coach Chevy, the whole staff that like wanted you to come to Creighton?
Yeah. I just love the style of play and the free flowing offense. I didn't realize how high of an IQ you have to play for Flan to like really understand the game and what you can get out there.
For sure.
But I've grown into that, and I love the system that we're in, and it's so unselfish and really fun.
Can we relive, I know we ended this year, but we got to talk about that run, the NCAA tournament run or whatever. How was that experience for you? Like going into the NCAA tournament, like what was the mind state of that team from last year? Did you guys feel like, well, we're just going to swing away? Or did you guys feel like you can do something? Because I think you played a team in the tournament that you already had beat, right? Is that true?
We do preseason scrimmage against Iowa.
Oh,
okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Unofficial.
Yeah, you can't, no score kept.
Yeah.
Right?
I was trying to win when I was playing.
Honestly, going in the tournament, I think we knew that the country didn't see us as much of a threat.
Right.
But like I said, our style of play is so different that no team outside of our conference knows what playing us is like.
A lot of mismatches. For sure.
We mentioned all the sports she played.
Yeah.
But mom was excited about being a valedictorian, I'm assuming, right?
Right.
So you're doing all of that. You're valedictorian. Like if you walk down the street in Crete, everybody know who you are? Because you had to be kind of a big deal, right?
Yeah, it's small enough.
What was that like?
It's fun. Kids coming up to you.
For sure.
Parents. I mean, you know the community so well, and it's really exciting to go back and just touch here and there and try to be the role model that Crete needs.
For
wants.
sure. Yeah. What are you going to school for right now?
I'm getting my undergrad in exercise science and biology.
You want to be a physical therapist?
I'm going down the PA route right now. But I love school. I'm a nerd, obviously.
Okay. Well, you are a valedictorian, right?
Yeah.
No doubt about that. Brothers, sisters?
I got an older brother who graduated 4.0 at UNL and is down in Texas, computer science.
Wow.
Did you guys match up quite a bit when you were coming up, basketball-wise?
No. He's not an athlete at all.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Wow, okay.
My sister, similar footsteps as me, does everything. She's a junior in high school right now.
Yeah.
Nice. That's awesome.
She's a brainiac herself.
I don't know.
That's funny.
Give us before we let you go, give us your goals for the season. What was in your mind? I mean, obviously starting to, but what kind of the goals for the season?
I don't set numbers. I don't set a number goal. It's just to win more games and be a better team than we were last year.
Yeah.
Sure. No, that's a fair goal.
That's it.
That'll work.
Yeah.
Coming, we appreciate it.
Thank you for
Thanks
having
for
me.
coming in.
Shout
Morgan
out
Maly.
to Coach Flan.
Hey, Coach Flan.
Coach Chevy.
If you were gonna like on a 5-point scale as a dancer, where would you put him between 1 and 5? 5 being the best, 1 being Bernthal Booth. I'm just playing.
2-3 for personality and effort.
Yeah, he tries.
So he's a one as a dancer?
Yeah.
Morgan, we appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
They had some video of him up, doing a little dancing and getting his dance game right. I thought he looked pretty
Flan.
good. Flan is the Flan is the guy that, I don't know, you're downtown or you're doing something and he sees you.
Yeah.
And you stop and you have like a 20-minute conversation with him.
Yeah, he's a people's person, man.
And it doesn't matter. And he asks, like, how are your kids doing? How's this? He's a unique dude. Because most, a lot of coaches are really busy and they're focused on what they're doing.
Right.
But as soon as you're talking to Flan, he's focused on you.
That's honestly true.
It is.
He's gone out of his way several times just to say what's up to me. I appreciate that.
And Kirsten Bernthal Booth's the same way. She's the exact same way. I did that podcast, Run a Damn Kitchen. And my goal, if we do a second season, is I want to do one with Kirsten Bernthal Booth at a ice cream place.
Okay.
Where we just, I don't know if you know, when they go on the road, if they win both the games on a weekend, the ladies get ice cream. Yeah. And so I want to go to an ice cream joint and we just sample a bunch of ice cream.
Yeah. As soon as you said ice cream, I was thinking about what's my favorite ice cream spot.
There's a lot of good ones in Omaha.
It is. Yeah. I think for me, man, it's E Creamery.
Solid. 50th in Davenport?
I think it's Davenport.
Underwood.
Yeah, nah, it's Underwood.
It's Underwood, right?
Yeah.
Underwood?
One of those, man.
One of those streets.
But it's good, though.
Yeah. So we have Ted and Wally's, which is in Benson and downtown, which is good. E Creamery's outstanding. Yeah. Cone Flour. Yeah. Very good ice cream. Yeah. That's in Blackstone. Yeah. So a lot of good stuff, man. Got a little stuff. A couple things about Nebraska football, transfer portal, and we're waiting to find out if they're going to get this offensive lineman tonight.
I know.
Who's announcing as well. But they did get Billy Kemp, who I always believe when you're building wide receivers, you want to have like one of every family. Yeah. Right. So you got a family of a guy who's, 6'3", 6'4", who contested catch guy. You got to have somebody who's in that 6'1", good speed, can get downfield. But you also have to have the guys who are 5'8", 5'9", to kind of make those plays. And that's who Billy Kemp is. Yeah. At Virginia, over 1,100 yards, 192 catches, which is the fourth most in school history. And outside of getting hurt last year, he probably could have put up much bigger numbers, but this is a guy that kind of fits in what Nebraska needs.
Yeah, but we don't have a number one receiver right now.
You don't, but I don't know. I think if you have a whole bunch of 1As and 1Bs and 1Cs, I think that's good enough. Yeah. But I do believe Marcus Washington can be a number one. Right. If you watch the way he played last year, he was kind of in the shadow of Palmer, right? So you looked at him and he goes, well, he's not Palmer because Palmer's getting all these touchdowns. Yep. But when Marcus Washington played, he made really good catches. He can get downfield. Was good in the red zone. Yeah. I think he can be a number one.
Yeah, these are some of the things on Billy Kemp.
Yeah.
One of the all-time leading receivers in UVA history.
Fourth most, Yep.
192 catches at that. 10th in receiving yards with 1,774 yards. And he just chose his eligibility to hit the portal. So I think he's optimistic. He's going to make some plays for the Huskers.
I think so, too. I think that it's a good pickup for them. And then you have the offensive line where Micah Mazaka, who is probably choosing tonight sometime. He originally said 8 o'clock, but I'm not sure if that was 8 Eastern or if it's 7 Central. I don't know because he's back east. I think it's 7 o'clock. He's choosing between Auburn, Florida, and Nebraska. Then Walter Rouse, who is a really good offensive lineman out of Stanford, really smart guy too, kind of like Morgan we had earlier. Yeah. He's deciding either tonight or tomorrow. You put that with Ben Scott, who they got the day before early signing day to play center for them, who went to Arizona State. And then you got Newilly, who missed all last year because of, doing some of the wrong things. Right. And then if Teddy Perotta can get healthy, that's 5 guys right there. Yeah. Plus you have some of the veterans who didn't play. So the offensive line could go from being probably the weakest of all the positions last year to maybe being one of the strongest. It could happen pretty quickly.
Now let me ask you this.
Yeah.
And I joked about it in the past. Is it going to be 51st dates again, man?
No, man. No.
I mean,
I don't think so. I like Matt Rule, obviously, and I don't want to sound like a homer, but all the little things he's doing are so opposite what the last group did that it makes you feel like they got a chance to make it work. You know?
I feel you.
You know how that is. I think that's how it works. And so if they can get the offensive line straightened out, I could see they need another wide receiver would be nice. Yep. And remember, you have this transfer portal. Yep. You can have another one after spring ball.
I know.
You can have guys deciding in May what they want to do too. So
the
you have a chance there.
transfer portal is like, it's the new thing now.
It is.
Like it's not
your
going to
second
go.
chance.
Yeah, it's not going to go away anymore.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's only going to.
Well, look at Oluwatimi. I mean, this is a guy who was really good at Virginia.
My God.
And Michigan's like, well, we'll take a guy. Alabama got one.
Man.
I mean,
yeah,
you can go out and get somebody like that.
Yeah. So I mean, hopefully, I don't want to say luck.
Yeah.
I just hope that people see the future in what Nebraska can be and bring it back to what it's supposed to be.
Yeah. Why you guys going on the Creighton basketball? Why you guys got all into the Sonogo guy and made him feel like he needed to prove something?
Hey,
he's like, everybody was like, no, Kalkbrenner should have been first team. And he was like, hold on now.
Yeah.
Wait a second.
Bro,
he talked about it. He was a little upset.
Hey, this is real drama though.
Yeah.
You know, and for me, it's funny.
It's from UConn, by the way, played Nebraska.
Yeah.
Played Creighton.
So check this out.
Yeah.
So I kind of did some like research on it because I actually didn't really know about the drama until I like read the Omaha.com article and when Coach Hurley had quoted something about poking the bear and stuff like that. So this is like the timeline. Let me see if I can find it right here. So basically,
and it was local and national people saying this too.
Yeah. So they like, all right, here we go.
Yeah.
So apparently he took it personal.
Oh yeah,
from Kalkbrenner. Kalkbrenner went on a podcast of my old teammate Jahan's Menegas.
Yep.
I'm trying to shout the podcast out. What's the name of it?
I don't know the name of the podcast.
I think it's like Welcome to the Jays, Field of 68 with Jahan's Menegas.
Okay,
nice. There you go. There you go. He'll kill me if I don't get that right. Anyway. But anyway, so he's on the podcast and Jahan's just like asking him, hey, so who are you looking forward to playing in the Big East?
Right.
And so this is the quotes of Kalkbrenner. He said, in the Big East, the team is obviously UConn. I mean, teams have to have a good rivalry, and then obviously they have Sanango, who they picked as the Big East preseason player of the year. But I'll bite my tongue a little bit on that one.
Nice.
You know, and, you know, Jahan's, I laugh because he didn't really gas it up, but, like, he really wanted to know what he wanted to say.
Yeah.
And then after that, Kalkbrenner was like, it's just fun to go up against bigs that other people say are good. To me, I don't know about all that.
26 points, 32 minutes, 10 of 20, and 9 boards.
Yeah.
Kalkbrenner, 9 points, 33 minutes.
But look, though.
4 rebounds.
It's good for basketball. Because I mean, respectfully, like, let's talk about Kalkbrenner.
Yeah.
I mean, like last year, his sophomore year at Creighton, he averaged 13.7 rebounds and 2 blocks.
And was the defensive player of the year.
Come on, man.
Yep.
So he can talk that
No,
talk
I know he can.
But you got to back that up.
I know you got to.
Because people out here, you know,
that's at least 3 times now where he's matched up with guys more physical than him. Going back to the Nebraska game,
right,
where he just didn't necessarily get done.
Sometimes I think it's a Goliath factor. Sometimes I feel like if you see some guy who is tall, 7 foot above, you, or just bigger than you in general, you kind of like,
you better find some rocks then.
Yeah, and everybody
throwing
rocks.
Yeah, you better find some rocks.
And so, and as far as Creighton right now, like my opinion of that game, like just some notes I took was, even though the Jays had they had a bad shoot night, including going into halftime 1 for 5 from 3. They ended the game 2 for 16 from deep.
They struggled.
They missed 17 to 18 shots over a 9-minute stretch of the second half, but it's like
they stayed in it.
You keep letting it fly, though. It's not about that. That's not what lost the game.
Right.
UConn, they took it personal.
Yep.
Like they were the hitters. Yeah. Everybody got a plan until they get punched in the mouth.
And I know you didn't play there, but I've been in that place. It's tiny.
Oh my God.
And it's loud.
It's like the birdcage.
It's like the
old school birdcage.
Yep. It's like that. Yep. It's exactly like that.
Not
easy.
And so
not easy to play there.
For me, I just wrap it up at this. I mean, and you do gotta like say optimistically though, Kaluma did have a double-double.
Yep.
Shireman almost had one. Alexander had 11 and 6, and Nimhard 12 and 13. But overall,
Stars put a lot of minutes, by the way.
Yeah, but that's the thing, man. Like the nucleus, they always do their job, but as a whole, like we just got to be tough.
Yeah, well, this next game against Xavier is a big one.
Yeah,
Xavier obviously beat
Creighton.
Connecticut.
UConn. They own them.
At
home.
Well, you get them back.
Yeah,
get them back then.
The Xavier one is another big one. You're right.
It's a huge one, and I remember that's the team that beat UConn.
Yep.
Before we go, a couple shout outs. One, Anna's here. Marie Bell, how you doing?
Anna,
one of the hardest working people in the business. I give props to her. Every time I look up, something popping up on Instagram, something popping up on my
she held
YouTube
it down.
feed.
My first year doing the TBT, man. She had my back.
That's good. She's a hard worker. We should have her as a guest sometime.
We should,
because she knows everything that's going on. So
right.
Pat Stafford as well, as we're producing it.
Pass my guy.
Which is pretty cool.
Yep.
Cam is here. Hello, Cam. How you doing?
What up, bro?
That's my producer from Run the Damn Kitchen.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
He does a good job. He does a lot of stuff too.
Yeah.
Besides that, so
You got to shout Al Lopez over there
Al
looking
Lopez.
like the Godfather.
That's Big Al to you.
Yes,
That's
it
Big
is.
Al to
Right,
you.
right. Forget about it.
Thanks to Hail Varsity Club as well for having us out. Omaha Steaks, always. It's never a bad time to give Omaha Steaks as a gift.
Right.
Never a bad time.
Right.
So I remind you, if you're looking to give a gift to somebody,
right,
Omaha Steaks, go online. It'll be at their house in 2 days. They got that frozen ice stuff and everything. Well, all ice is frozen,
Yeah.
but you know what I mean.
Just
and,
DM me. I'll give you my address.
Send it to you. A reminder again, next Let It Fly show is January 13th.
Yeah.
And hopefully that'll be with Bud Crawford.
Yeah, all that'll be
Which would be
fun.
awesome.
I got a lot of questions for Bud.
Yeah, and Bud won't answer any of them.
Yes, he will. We're going to see.
All right, Josh, as always. Oh, also want to thank Oluwatimi and Morgan Maly for joining us as well as part of the show. Take us away, Josh.
Hey, it's Josh Jones from Michael Severe. You know how we do it. It's the Let It Fly show.